my niggas, yeah, we eat together. And y'all niggas some hoes, y'all.
What up, though? It's your boy C-Noch, Chubb, Knoxx, Mr. Rocktowedrop. Right here in the Multipotentialite group, going live.
Christmas time came around, hit my coins in the stock. Had to take a couple L's, plus the shit was out of pocket. When them niggas traded on me, I ain't even have an option. You ain't heard about Knoxx, I'm a bloodhound. All the killers in my hood got gunned down. Gotta keep that paper right when the sun down. The streets get cloudy, I can give you boys a rundown.
Ice cold pain, making that money since a young and got brains. In my hood, steady getting it, this life feeling really rich. And my side the same thing. The block in the middle, I won't stop. Speaking of blue top, ready to lie.
What up, though, man? It's a good day today. Good afternoon. It's about 1:44 in the afternoon. I'm still testing out this equipment, so, you know, chime in and give me some of that good energy. This song right here is Trust the Block, right here, produced by Kid the Producer. Shout out to Kid the Producer. I'm on the hook. Oh man, these guys gonna kick my butt for not knowing their names. It was a collaboration, basically incited by Kid the Producer. He's like, man, you know, C-Noch, I need a hook. I hear you on this beat that I made, so that was kind of how. We did that. And, fellas don't get mad at me because I don't know the name right off the head. But it's a hot track for sure. I definitely need to push. I'm actually looking up y'all name right now. I can't just not know y'all name. Promote the track and not know your names. GMC Getting Money Cartel. His name is the group who done this track right here. And featured on there. You can find that on Spotify, Apple Music, and on our outlets. Definitely check that out. That's on one of my Spotify playlists. Spotify is my go-to for the current time right now. But I also like Apple Music. I don't really like too many other streaming spots like that. But like I said, my go-to is Spotify. So yeah, basically what I want to do is I want to follow up with what I was doing yesterday with this track because I just heard some other stuff that I can do, and I definitely want to be able to show you a little bit about my workflow. That's Young Trey in the background. Y'all hear something that y'all really quite understand. Got to balance family and your work. So anyway, I got Young Trey down here chilling with me. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So on this track that I was working on yesterday and kind of building, I was kind of doing this for my cousin Audio Cyto, by the way. Shout out to Audio Cyto. Really great producer and artist, and multi-potentialite. He has many hats that he wears. Go check out his page. You can find him on SoundCloud, Instagram, also Facebook, and maybe several other places. Audio Cyto. So I'm definitely let me type his name in there real quick because I want you all to definitely check him out, because he's just a great guy. You know what I mean? And this is how you would spell his name. See if I can get that to pop up on the screen. Right there, Audio Cyto. Holla at him. He's a great artist. And he definitely will support you. You know what I mean? So moving back to the track. There's Audio Cyto's name right there. I want to make sure I got that up there. All right, so moving back over here to the share screen and the track and everything. I want to talk a little bit about the workflow that I learned in Machine, a Native Instruments machine. So basically, you got your tracks here. This is where you would go and add your sounds. Okay, you know, each group of sounds is, of course, is going to go up to 16. Then you can move it over to you can, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like 8 scenes. I don't think you would need more than that. That's just like ridiculous. You can just keep on adding them from A to H is how, you know, it's set up. But I'm working only with basically two groups, Group A and Group B. All right, now the scene on the other hand, basically is a little bit different than the sounds. So a scene is basically what it says it is. You know, you have the scene here to, all right, this is what I'm setting up for this particular loop or whatever. And then, you know, you go back to another one. You want to change in the music. So it's just like if you were shooting video, some of you may or may not know this, but if you were shooting video, you want to change the scene. So you're going to set up a whole different, you're going to take your camera, you're going to move it, you're going to set up the shot, whatever. So that's kind of the same thing here with this scene. So on this first one, it's got 2 patterns. The second scene has 2 different patterns. And if you would keep going so on, you can add patterns, you know, to each group. So let's look at how that works. All right, so pattern 1 has basically my drums here. So if I go back here and, you know, when you click this gives you like the keys that stuff is in and kind of gives you like a little keyboard grid. But this is actual the quantization and MIDI and all that different stuff. So track 1 on this particular group looks like it has the I'm sorry, let me go over here to same scene but a different group. The group is where my sounds are. So this particular is the looks like the bass. This one is the lead. I added that lead sound. This is the guitar. And then some keys here on that second pattern. So we're at pattern 1 on group B, second group, on scene 1. So right now I have the drum muted on this particular scene. The drums are in group 1. They're muted. So I can take those and just throw those back, just throw those in there real quick. So you got all that. You can take that in. I can take the sounds out. I can mute the sound and bring them back in. They'll come in, and then I can take the drums back out. Okay. So it's a lot of stuff you can do. You got a lot of control, basically with Machina. So with all this control, it can get a bit confusing, and that's one of the reasons why I felt like I needed to come on back and you know, show you what I was doing there. Because when, you know, sometimes when you know something and you're just in the moment, and I'm making a tutorial or I'm making a video or whatever, I got so much to concentrate on, you know what I mean? I ain't so big right now where I got somebody sitting behind the scenes on the control board. So I just wanted to come back and show you guys kind of a little bit about what I was doing. So going back to the Trey, settle down, man. All right, Trey getting a little unruly back there. He's getting a little happy, but anyway. So I'm gonna add the drums back in here, right here. Had a little doohickey on there. Don't forget, I'm still testing the equipment here, so I'm just trying to make sure everything's running smoothly. But anyway, back to the share screen. So on this one right here, it's the same scene, but I got the drums muted. I can bring them back in, but I'm leaving them out for now. So I'm gonna go to the second scene, and the second scene, it changes the music. So I have the drums muted. Even the drums, you can see down here that they're muted, but the drums are changed as well. So to make it not so busy, I would come down here to that particular group and mute some of the sounds so that it's not so busy, and bring them back in and out to kind of give it a little bit, you know, so that you can hear the artist or whatever. So I've muted the bass and the lead. And here's some keys. I can take those keys out too. And you can just hear that little guitar thing that I had done. So now, why would you even want to do something like this? Okay, so the reason why you would want to do something like this is because when you got when you're making a track, you don't want to just have a loop going over and over and over and over. There has to be some kind of change in the music in order to make it interesting for the listener. So what you would do is, you know, now you have these scenes. You have scene 1 here, and then scene 2, okay? And then you can take those scenes and you can build them. So this particular one right here, right? I want the drums to come in on this scene 1, right? And I also want the sounds. So if I didn't want the sounds, I would take that out. So let me go with sounds. Let me just change the name for the purpose of this video. Sounds part 1. So that's what I would do there. All right, that sounds part 1. Now, if I wanted this beat to come in on this particular one scene, okay, then what I would do, I can even change this name and call it part 1 instead of scene. Let's say part, because that's more a little bit geared to music. I don't know why they don't use that, but you can, like, you know, you have so much control, you can just change it. So I'll go with part 1, and then here would be, instead of scene 2, let's go with part 2. So you got part 1 and part 2 of the song. Okay, so on part 1 of the song, maybe I don't want the drums to come in. Maybe I just want the sounds to come in, right? Okay. Now these, if I didn't want each sound to come in, and I just kind of wanted to give it a different type of intro, then I would come here to this group and I would add something. Okay, let's just move this. Let's just add one of these here, right? Or instead, let's just kind of duplicate. I can duplicate that by holding Alt and dragging that over to there. So now I duplicated it. And let's just name this intro part. All right, now these are my sounds. Let's be very specific. Intro part sounds. Okay. So now what's happening is I've taken this whole thing that was here. As you can see, when I touch that, this moves here. When I touch that, that moves there. So these are 3 different parts. 1, 2, 3. Right? And on this third part, because I've just duplicated and created a whole different one, even though it's the same, I could come over here and I can remove the bass part and the lead part just by clicking and dragging and deleting it. So now what I have is this. See that? So, and then another thing I could do is I can change how long that is, but I won't do that here. I won't do that here. I could do that here by just clicking that and making it there, but I might want that extra part in there. So now moving from the parts, okay, we want to build the part, right? And then I say I want that intro part. I'll come over here to create a whole new scene by clicking that plus. What I just did, right? And you can change colors and customize this to however you want to do it. And so what I'll do is I'll just click the intro, right? Now I'm not doing this in order. I'm just kind of going along and thinking as I go. So it's kind of you know, just kind of bear with me and pay attention a little bit. So right here on this new scene, let's change that to part, or let's say intro part. So then I really have to be in order, you know, for the sake of this video, I can click and move these parts around and drag it, but for the sake of this video, all right. So I just got the intro part, right? Now I'm gonna come over here to this thing right here, and these 3 little dots, which is basically like your arranger. And once I click the arranger, right, I can clear that. No, don't clear that. Nope, that's not what I want to do. I want to remove it. How do you do that? Delete it and delete that one. So I can come over here and insert the intro part, right? Then I know that after the intro, I'm probably going to want that part 1. So I'm going to right click the plus and put in part 1. And then after that, same thing. The scenes and stuff like that. Right click, part 2. Okay. So now when I go to play this, I'm gonna make sure that my loop is on. You can toggle the loop on and off. I got my loop on so that it starts right at the beginning, and I can just click this, and this is what you have. Yeah. No. Just make it a little interesting, you know what I mean? So I got my drums muted. Let's bring the drums back in. And then it loops. So basically, not taking up too much time today, I wanted to go back into the track that I was working on yesterday and just kind of show you a little bit of my workflow. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. Definitely, you know, I'm going to be going live. Welcome to the new group members. I appreciate you all coming in and showing your love. So basically, rock till we drop, man. This your boy C-Noch, Chubb, Knoxx. All right.
Kangaroo, C4 right here. To all the ladies.